Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. We're going to start this morning with a dua performed by Imam Adam Hilal. If he would come to the stage, we'll begin with that.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كانت لهم جنات الفردوس نزلا خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. This verses from the end of Surah Al-Kahf is a reminder for us every day as Muslims that the purpose of this life is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is not limited only to the prayer rug or in the masjid, but it covers the entire life. And this also emphasize the importance of this, because in order for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our deeds, everything is connected. So if we don't understand the whole thing, eating halal or eating anything that we do, Allah subhanahu as a Muslim, there is a values and ethics in it, which is taqwa. And the taqwa is the purpose of every action, every ibadah that we do. We do it because we want to reach to the level of a taqwa. We just finished the Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. You go to Hajj, is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Everything is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Whether it is relationship between the husband and wife, or the community, or the ummah in general, or the humanity, everything is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the center of everything that we do, which is a taqwa. So there is a connection between what we eat, which is directly connected to the acceptance of the ibadah. That's why the scholars, they say that one of the big hadith, one of the top hadith, that al-halalu bayyinun wal-haramu bayyinun. The Prophet ﷺ explained this to us in very details. Everything that we do, and we eat, and we drink should be halal, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because this is going to impact our life, personal life, family lives, community life, society life, ummah life, humanity in general. So that's why Ya ayyuha ar-rusulu kulu min at-tayyibat wa'malu salihan, always. So the Prophet ﷺ mentioned a man who was on a journey to make dua, but the Prophet ﷺ said Allah would not accept his dua, because what he eat, what he drinks, what he dresses, all this is not from the halal source. So halal is the ethic, and also is the taqwa that involved in everything that we do. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who He loves, and those who always seek for taqwa and halal. Jazakumullahu khairan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this event, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless those who organize it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put a lot of barakah into this. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Shukran, Adam. Thank you very much for that initial introduction to Halal. It's my very great pleasure to welcome you all to the second annual Halal Expo and Summit 2019. We have quite a lineup of program for you over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow. The expo is next door, as you've probably already noticed, and the summit will be happening in here. We also have a very impressive lineup of speakers who are going to get into even more details about what Adam has just discussed about the meaning of halal and the fact that it's much broader than many people, especially many people who are non-Muslims, may think. So, without further ado, since we're running a little late, we have a very special speaker with us this morning, and we are honored to have with us Ambassador Abshin Mediev from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. He's the ambassador to the UN, and I would like to invite him to the stage to make a few remarks, if you would, please.
Thank you very much for your introduction. Dear Mr. Marwan Ahmed, President of Arabesque, Your Excellency Ambassador of Tunisia to the United States, Washington, ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Please allow me at the outset to wish you a blessed and happy Eid al-Fitr, and hope and pray that the blessing of the month of Ramadan continue to grace you and your families through the rest of the year. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to address the opening of the Halal Expo and Summit. On this occasion, let me first and foremost express my appreciation to Arabesque for organizing this important event and for all sponsors who made holding this event possible. Although the OIC is not partner in organizing this important expo, I am pleased to highlight some of the OIC views on the issue of halal food and products. I should recognize at the outset that the halal products in general are issues of utmost interest to all Muslims in view of its religious significance. Consequently, the need to ensure that halal food and other products are properly regulated has engaged the attention of the OIC since 2005, when the 32nd Council of Foreign Ministers in Sana'a adopted a resolution calling for a unified OIC halal standards. From economic point of view, due to growing consumer demands in halal food and products, the halal industry holds a great promise for trade and investment. Accordingly, the global halal products market has grown considerably over the past decade and was now estimated as $3.7 trillion in 2012 and is forecasted to increase to $6.4 trillion by the end of 2019. Additionally, 67% of this market is comprised of food and beverages. In addition, pharmaceutical products make up to 22%, with cosmetics and personal care is estimated as $230 billion. Growth of population in Muslim countries, as well as the perception that halal products are safer and more ethical, have caused increased demand for these products on a global scale, including non-Muslim countries such as Germany, France, US, Russia, and others. Dear participants, recognizing that the question of certification and licensing will be often discussed during this Expo and Summit, I should emphasize that the halal licensing is not just an end product certification. The halal industry covers a broad spectrum of products and services, ranging from agriculture, manufacturing and laboratory analysis, to regulations and policies, certification, approval, logistics, trading and branding. They also include promotion, marketing, interpretation of Islamic jurisdiction, and worldwide recognition and acceptance. Similarly, adoption of a unified halal standardization, accreditation and certification process is crucial to securing free movement and global accessibility of halal products, thereby satisfying the economic and religious demand of the majority of Muslims all over the world. Despite the rising demand and trade in the halal products, differences in interpretation and application, coupled with a lack of unified standards, have led to confusion on the part of average consumers, while raising questions about the integrity of the halal certification process. Each country has its own certification body, which leads to disagreements over animal feed, slaughtering methods, packaging, logistics, and other issues, and indeed all sectors of the market, from intergovernmental agencies to the smallest trader, have recognized the need for one global halal standard that is recognized by all importing countries. The OIC believes that there is a need for all actors in the domain of regulation, production and marketing of halal food and services in OIC member states to adopt a common direction to ensure all standardization and certification bodies are subjected to proper regulatory environment in these processes. In addition, this will not only develop the halal food trade from the economic point of view, but will also assist in fulfilling the religious demand on the teeming majority of Muslims. Finally, the role of the private sector remains very crucial in this regard, considering the enormous investment that is required for the technical operations of certification bodies, including trade financing and facilitation efforts. Similarly, the legal support required for the harmonization of the various Islamic practices on halal food, cosmetics and pharmaceutical is very crucial to our objective in this regard. Again, I thank the organizers for holding this important event and for giving me the opportunity to speak at this opening. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We have just a little token of our appreciation for you for participating today. We really appreciate your words of wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I also would like to recognize another ambassador we have in our midst. We have with us this morning Ambassador Faisal Bouya from Tunisia. If you would like to stand up and be recognized. Thank you for your attendance here today amidst your very busy schedule and your delegation. I know that's already from Tunisia here. I'm going to do some housekeeping in a minute, but before I do that, I would like to bring up to this stage the president of Arabesque Media, the organizer of this event, who is also a very talented, or I should say a man of many talents. He's been in business for many years. He's been in publishing. I've learned a lot from him as the editor-in-chief of Inside Arabia and about publishing our magazine. And let me bring up Marwan Ahmed and say thank you for inviting me to MC this event for you. And I should say I'm Elizabeth Myers from Inside Arabia. So Marwan, come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Elizabeth. If I can get my notes out, I can start. Assalamu alaikum. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Dear brothers, sisters, distinguished guests, Mr. Ambassadors, and dignitaries of this event. Today is a special day for us. It's the second annual Halal Expo and Summit in the US, and I'm glad you are joining us for this special occasion today. For the last 2 months, a small team from Arabesque Media worked diligently to put this second annual Expo and Summit together to serve the Muslim community. We are bringing together many businesses from around the country that provide a wide variety of halal services and products. We want to share with our fellow Americans the beauty of living halal. We believe that halal is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. And you can see that all over our banners, because halal is a daily thing for us. It's not just food. And by going through our sessions today, whether it's a business to business or business to consumer tomorrow, you'll see how halal is involved in every aspect of our life. Today we're continuing what we started last year in promoting and educating people about halal concept. Halal is becoming a recognized term for non-Muslims who realize that halal means quality, healthy, and safety. Halal today is becoming recognized label such as organic, natural, and kosher within the US industry. In the next 2 days, our expert guest speakers will shed light on the growing recognition and opportunities of the halal market in the US through a number of important sessions on food, cosmetics, finance, tourism, and also halal technology. Many companies and individuals played an important role in creating this event. I would like to thank our sponsors listed on that banner for supporting our effort in organizing this event and believing in this cause. Your trust, support means a lot to us. I would like to also thank our vendors who came to exhibit their products and services in the next hall next to us. Last but not least, I would like to thank my hard-working team, small but hard-working and very efficient. Believe it or not, this event was put together by 3 people only. And in the last 3 months, they put a lot of hours to make this happen, to bring you together. Thank you. I encourage you to take time to visit and meet with businesses that are joining us this weekend. Many traveled long distances to share with you their halal products and services. We look forward to hearing your feedback and thoughts to help us improve this event every year when we organize it. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Marwan. It has been a lot of work, but I think you're going to find it worth it, because over the next 2 days we have many panels that deal with all kinds of products and services, ones you'll see next door, but also things beyond that. So I just want to go through a couple of things in the program, because there are a couple of participation things we also need from you. We will have panels. The upcoming panel is on halal as a global business phenomenon. Ambassador Medvedev talked about how large this market is in the world. I think you said 1.3 trillion, and soon to be 3-point-something trillion. That is enormous. And many of the businesses that are involved in the industry are not Muslim-owned and are not even in the Muslim world. Many of them are American businesses and in various stages of the supply chain. And so we have some of them here. We have businesses that are in the cosmetics industry. We have financial services businesses. You'll see when you go through the expo, there's quite an array. There's also fashion. And so one thing I want to put out there as a little teaser is that we will have a little fashion show, inshallah, tomorrow at the end of the summit and expo with local designers showcasing modest fashion. We have a panel on regulation, another one on certification. These are very important to maintain standards so that the consumers of halal can know what they're getting. We have a panel that deals with the technology and the supply chain and verification. I won't go through it all. Tomorrow we do have an awards ceremony, however, during the lunch hour. And one of those awards will be determined by you and the people walking around the expo. We'd like you to vote for the best expo display. So please have a walk through, and if you go, I think Aya knows, she can tell people how to vote. It's through Facebook. Go to the Halal Expo USA Facebook page and cast your vote before tomorrow noon, so that the best displayed vendor will receive a prize. I think that I've sort of touched on everything in the program. We will also have awards for the best halal product, the best halal service, and the best halal solution. And all of that will be occurring tomorrow during the award ceremony at 12 noon. So I do hope that you're here for the duration. It's going to be a marvelous summit and a marvelous expo.